I'm on here talking about my mom's health. And I don't know what you're talking about playing with, but it's not okay. Thank you, Callie. And I appreciate not being slaughtered because, again, I feel helpless right now. Very helpless. What would you do if when you okay? So I don't understand what that question means. I'm sorry. Okay, my mom has complex regional pain syndrome. She is, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It is literally torture every single day. She can not get through the day without crying, screaming. The next step is an MRI so that she doesn't, so that we can see if it's bulging discs or the RSD attacking the site where the spinal cord stimulator was, and her body rejected that. But we have to do an updated MRI. She has a copay that needs paid. They will not bill it. It is done at an imaging center that is owned by the local hospital. However, because it is not a life-threatening emergency, the MRI cannot be done on an emergency basis, so it has to be, a copay has to be paid. Excuse me. She has pushed this off for a very long time and has not been honest with me about what has been going on. We are at the point where she needs to see a specialist, and it will get pushed off if we have to push back. So the issue is that I'm really, it is. Okay, the issue with that is that you would need her name, her date of birth, and personal information that that's not okay. I understand your need to help, you're wanting to help, but stuff like that, I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. That's not gonna happen. There's no way. And I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. She's not going to be okay with that at all. She's not going to be okay with it. Oh my God. Okay. Again. Okay. Again, she doesn't even want me asking for help. She has pushed this off for a very long time because she's a very selfless person. Okay, and a very stubborn person. She tries to do things every day that she can no longer do because she refuses to believe that her life is going to be ending up in a wheelchair and that there aren't going to be options for her. She can't do a load of laundry without the pain being excruciating. I mean, it is. But it's who she is. Every day she goes and does something she can no longer do, and it puts her in screaming pain. But she has pushed this off for a very long time because she does not ask for help, and she will not ask for help. She is completely convinced we are canceling this, and it will get pushed back till whenever, and it's who she is. It is just who she is. the whole Reddit thing, I really don't care if somebody has gone to that extreme. Good for them. As I've said, she does have coverage. It is a copay. So, again, anybody can have their opinions and think it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to come as a surprise to her that we're not going. I'm pretty sure she's counting on not going. It's just, it sucks. It is one thing I really wanted to make happen for her, but it's who she is. And I understand what everybody else is saying as well, but you have to understand where she's coming from. She is older. She has never needed to depend on anybody. I give you her name, her date of birth, and the location we're going. And, well, I mean, people are already putting all this information all over the internet that they know nothing about my life, but they sure are thinking that they do, and have made all these pieces that don't make sense. And I really, I at least y'all are making it seem like I have a life, because shit. Now that I have a job, I don't do nothing but go to work and come home. I didn't even get out of my scrubs from earlier. I won't do that until I get a shower before I go to work again. It is what it is. So, I came on here to give it one last shot. It is what it is. It's not going to work, and that's okay. I just figured I would ask one more time. That's all. And I mean, there are things that she has been looking up as far as like stretches and stuff, but she doesn't understand that because she's having a sciatica flare up is the issue. Yeah, I wish you would have been here earlier. I really do. Hi, Jeremy. I'm not so good. It is literally a $50 copay for her imaging. I am like, and I appreciate anybody who has offered to call the imaging place. She does not want her name and date of birth given out, okay? She doesn't. I really don't want people knowing my town that I live in. I'm really sorry. People are already making up lies about me. My kids do not need to be affected in their life more than they already have been. They just went through their home being broken. They are adjusting to life again. I am not going to have people making my life worse than it already is right now. Not only that, things got back to my work because somebody went to the point of emailing their corporate. Like, no. There's reasons. I mean, people have very creative mindsets for some reason. not looking for a handout. It's not anything that I wouldn't give back next Friday. Sorry, I just heard my dog outside. Oh yeah, it was real bad. It was really bad. You know, I got told I was fiending. I got told I was jonesing. Hold on a second. Aggressive. I don't even remember what the other things I got told were. You know, just, that I'm another Lisa. And you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I figured I would give it one more shot, but it is what it is. I mean, nobody is obligated to listen to me. Nobody is obligated to help me. Nobody is obligated to do anything. It's not directly for me, but you know, if I could take her pain away for even just one day, until you have seen somebody that you care about with complex regional pain syndrome, you would never understand. Ever. Till you hear them scream while they're trying to go to sleep, or trying to just take a step because the pain just flashes out of nowhere. You really have no idea. So, sorry. And it's so late, and it's like nobody's awake. So, I'm not really sure what to do. So, I mean, she's already got it in her mind that we're not going. So, I mean, no. I mean, of course not. Of course not. With everything that goes on, no. I have bags under my eyes like you would never believe. And they're not designer. I just hate that people judge me when they really have no idea. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm looking for somebody to help me. That's what I'm looking for. And oh yeah, I know my account's suspended from messages, and it's fucked up because I didn't even do anything to be suspended, and I appealed it, and they still did nothing. So I sent them a chat message, and I'm like, where was the violation? Like, where did I say something wrong? I didn't. I was propositioned sexually by a man, but I didn't proposition it. And I quickly said no. But I don't understand how I violated it, because I didn't contact them. And I didn't feed into it. I shut it down quicker than it. It's just really, it blows my mind. So nobody's able to message me. But he's the one who did it to me. Hey, Ree. I just don't get it. I mean, like I said, at this point, she's got it in her head that we're not going. So, I mean, pretty soon I'm just going to get the couple hours of sleep that I can get and say forget it. And I mean, I gave it every bit of my all that I could, and people have their opinions, and I get it, and I would too, and I have. But I mean, I'm a daughter, and I look at my mom and I'm helpless. So I'm trying to do the one thing I can to help her, to try to get her to see a specialist so that we can see if there is something else that they can try to give her some quality of life. She has zero quality of life. She is just existing. She's in pain every waking moment of every day. There is nothing we don't try to help her. It just doesn't. But we have to do the updated MRI. We have to pay the copayment for her to have the updated MRI. And then we have to go from there. Yes, she does. I mean, it's it's sad because, you know, the things that people say are sad. I mean, again, until you're in the position I am in, you could never imagine. Until you see your mom in pain like this every day, you can't understand feeling helpless. You can't. There's just no words. I mean, she's going to end up having a stroke or a heart attack from the pain, causing her other issues and stress on her heart, stress on her brain. You know, we need her to see a specialist to see if there's anything else we can do. I mean, it's time, but I mean, the appointment is going to get pushed back until December or who knows when. I mean, it's already gotten pushed back so far. She's not in danger. That's not even, I'm not even gonna reply to that comment. That's for people who are being abused. She's not being abused. And we have called other places to try to get her help, like social workers. We have called quite a few other places. But it's not. We've been to emergency rooms. It is something where they will treat her pain, but they don't do the MRI and stuff like that. MRIs are not done on an emergency basis unless it is a life-threatening condition. Complex regional pain syndrome is not life-threatening. It is just her, excuse me, what is not true? Okay. Let me just say this. MRIs, okay, she has a copay for her MRI. And this is why I'm on here at 3:30 in the morning, because we are supposed to be going in the morning for her appointment, but she already has it in her head that we're not going, and it's going to be rescheduled because she has given up on it, but I haven't. But she refuses. She does not want people having her name and date of birth and knowing where she's from. She doesn't want it. And neither do I. I don't want people knowing where we're from, and I don't want my kids being more affected than they already are. I mean, you people on the internet, some of you are very, very cruel to me. Yes, she has an appointment in the morning. That's the whole thing. We had a appointment with pain management. When we were there, they said they needed to do a prior auth with insurance to set it up, and they called her with the appointment and told her about her copay, and we didn't think she had one. Well, we looked it up. She sure does, and it's done at an imaging center, and yeah, it has to be paid. It's what it is, and she's prepared to push it back, and if we do that, then the specialist appointment gets pushed back, and any possibility of getting her relief gets pushed back. It is absolutely human torture. Complex regional pain syndrome is the worst possible thing. Me rescheduling it is pushing it back. Then her specialist appointment would get pushed back as well. That is the urgency, because if we reschedule that until after next Friday, then her specialist appointment has to get pushed back as well. It's not just going to work. And I understand about the gas. I get it. And that's understandable. I get it completely. Completely understand. That's the only reason I'm on right now. I was on a little bit earlier. I got completely slammed to the wall and called every type of everything. And at this point, I'm over it. I figured I would give it one last go. And you know what? Like I said, at this point, she already has it in her head. Yes, I sure did get gas. Her health is very important. The copay is $50. She has an imaging. It has to be paid as $50. And I am more than willing to do a receipt. And if somebody helps, I have no issue providing a receipt to whoever helps. And I have no issue paying them back. I am not asking for a handout. I pay back. Anything that is given to me, I pay back. It is $50. That is how much it is. I have my Cash App posted. Literally, I know she's going to be getting up soon because she can't sleep through the night because of her pain. I get paid back. I get paid this Friday. That's why I am not saying I can pay it back this Friday, because I know I can't pay it back until next Friday, because this Friday I'm paying back the gas. I already have it set up with the person, and I am in constant contact with them. Actually, just was in contact with them, because I didn't want them to be offended. And they absolutely are not. So, but yes, I understand where you're coming from as well. I know that is a godsend. That is an absolute godsend. Yes, absolutely. Because, yeah, it would be a far cry for another 2 weeks. Yes, that would be awful. So, no. I don't think you're being mean at all. At all. I can tell your messages are not like aggressive. They're just assertive, and I get it. I get it. People don't want to be taken advantage of, and I understand that, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help my mom because I am so powerless right now, and that's where I'm at. And if she wakes up and I'm able to tell her we're going, and we don't have to push the appointment back, a big thing that affects complex regional pain syndrome is stress, and that will take some stress away from wondering when are we going to be able to get an appointment with a specialist now? When are we going to have answers now? Because we're going to have to push it back. But if we can't, we can't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I can't force anybody to do anything. Nobody owes us anything. Nobody's obligated to do anything. And I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for help for, I think it's 9 days away. That's what I'm asking for. 9 days. That's all. Sorry, I had something in my teeth. But I mean, if you can't, you can't. And if you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. And it sucks because I can't direct message on here. If anybody does have questions, nobody can even send me a direct message. I mean, it's the story of my life. Absolute story of my life. So, I mean, the likelihood of it happening, I realize, is very, very slim. I'm just hoping the right person sees this and is able to help. There's nothing I won't do for my mom. If I had jewelry or anything like that, I mean, it wouldn't even be a question. I would have made it happen. But unfortunately, I don't. So, again, it is a $50 copay, and it is for the updated MRI so that we can see the specialist for complex regional pain syndrome. Please. I mean, my mom is in pain every waking moment of every day. And that's not even exaggerating. That is putting it lightly. I mean, she does get Medicare, but she does not qualify for Medicaid, which is why she has a copay. Sorry, I was just reading something on the screen. I didn't mean for my face to be like all twisted. I'm confused by something that I'm reading. But she does not qualify for Medicaid, is what I just said. I didn't say she can't. You're saying that I said something untrue, and that's not the case. Please understand what I'm saying before you sit there and right away want to say that what I'm saying isn't true. Just because I'm asking for help with something doesn't automatically mean that I'm a liar. So please don't go there. Please understand what I'm saying. She has a copay of $50. It is at an imaging center. Payment is due at time of service. It is what it is. She has complex regional pain syndrome. And if you have ever watched somebody you love, especially your mother, in pain, and know that there's nothing you can do to help her, but know that there's a specialist that might be able to do something, okay, her appointment is in a few hours. Okay, I have been trying to get it together. I can't. There are no resources that can help me in a couple hours. Otherwise, I would not be on right now. And I'm not trying to be smart. I'm just really, really frustrated. Literally, the minute she gets up until the minute she goes to bed, she is in pain. She can't sleep through the night because her body either feels like it's on fire or, RSD, also known as complex regional pain syndrome, is human torture. It is literal human torture. She is going to be wheelchair bound. Going to the hospital does nothing other than make her even more uncomfortable because she can't get comfortable in their beds. There's nothing cure-wise. There's new treatment options available, but the first step is this MRI, and we have to pay a copay. She is that selfless that she has pushed it back and pushed it back because affording it has not been achievable. I don't think I can raise $50 in a couple hours either. She is completely convinced we're canceling it. And so am I at this point. So am I at this point. But I'm like literally probably just gonna end up going to sleep because I'm pretty sure she's right. There's only 16 people in here. The odds of somebody seeing this that can afford $50 and understands and everything is slim to none. So, pretty sure I'm just gonna end up going to sleep. I don't foresee any person understanding. I mean, she has complex regional pain syndrome. She suffers daily. My mom is my world. I mean, she is she I'm telling you what, she has gotten me through so much in life, and this is one thing that I cannot get her through, and I don't know what to do. I mean, she just tells me, honey, don't worry about it, we'll reschedule. But then I can watch her suffer until December, knowing damn well that she can have an appointment next week with this specialist, and we could start whatever treatment options there are, and maybe have some quality of life by December. But it's not going to be that way. I'm really praying there's somebody. Please. Please. Thanks, Julia. It's my mom. And I'm praying there's a daughter that loves her mom and will help. That's what I'm praying for. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for help until next Friday, and I will pay it right back. I'm a woman of my word. But I'm helpless right now. There's nothing I can do. I need somebody who can please help. Please. And there's only 10 people in the room. I'm just really praying to God that somebody knows what it's like to love their mom and want to help them so bad. Can somebody please help me help my mom? Please. That's all I want, is to get her this copay. Please. Please. I am really trying to hold it together, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go to sleep. I mean, she literally said last night she's not. She knew we didn't have the money for it, and she's that selfless that she'll be in pain that much longer. Sorry, but when I talk about my mom, I get really emotional because she's been there for me through everything, with my divorce, with my kids, with me falling apart, helping me pick up my pieces. And now I can't hold her together and help her so that, yes, gas money, so I could get to and from my new job. That is what that was for. I am on here because my mom needs an MRI because she has complex regional pain syndrome. For her to see a specialist, we have to get an MRI. She has no quality of life anymore. None. Absolutely none. Pain management said the next step is an MRI, and then she can see this specialist, which will be able to tell her what other options she has. She's already had a spinal cord stimulator and many other things done because she's been suffering with this for a very long time. But again, her appointment is in a mere couple hours. She's already planning on not going because she figured it wouldn't happen. And I told her I was really going to try, and she said stuff like that just doesn't happen. People don't just help. And I mean, I tried to say, people made sure I get to my new job, and she just... I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go to sleep. I mean, I have literally given it every shot that I can, and it's just not. And I mean, nobody can direct message me with any questions because that ability has been taken away. And then, no, you don't have to be sorry. My mom has complex regional pain syndrome, also known as RSD. It's a pain condition. It is like human torture. The next step is an MRI. She's been putting it off because it's a $50 copay. I just started working. Not asking for a handout. I'm asking for a loan that I can pay back next Friday. That's what I'm asking for. And I will pay that back next Friday. My mom has a copay. I am desperate to help her. If we push this back, the specialist appointment will not be until December. If we don't have to push this back, I'm hoping she can have a quality of life by December. You don't know how bad I want to help my mom. I'm really hoping somebody can put themselves in my shoes and understand what it is like to love your mom so much, but be powerless. I mean, no, I don't feel like anybody owes me or is obligated to help. I'm asking if somebody could loan me the money until next Friday. That's all. They were pretty adamant with, that's your option. You can reschedule or you can pay at the time the services are rendered. So, if you have anybody that you care about with complex regional pain syndrome, you would understand. My mom suffers from the minute she wakes up until the minute she goes to bed. And I thought that maybe there was a glimmer of hope that somebody on here would understand and just let me borrow it until next Friday. And that's why I pinned my Cash App. She is a $50 copay. Payment is due when services are rendered. It is a $50 copay. Yes, my mom is living with me. And I'm not asking for a handout. It is nothing I wouldn't pay back next Friday. I have been talking about, look at my videos. My mom's in bed. I mean, earlier I showed all her meds and stuff. I'm not going to wake my mom because somebody wants to see her. Linda, I would have no way to get cash from you. I mean, I don't know how I would get cash. I will absolutely put one of her episodes on because, I mean, tomorrow's going to be an emotional day, especially if she doesn't go, because the reality is that her pain is going to be extended. Is going to sink in, not only for myself, for her, you know, and it sucks because I'm powerless. Thank you, Linda. She uses a walker. She's 64 years old. She can only go a couple steps without having to sit on her walker. Of course, she's on pain meds, but she's been on the same medication regimen for years. It controls it. It doesn't even control it for hours. She takes meds 5 times a day. Her pain medicine, I mean, it's not. I don't know what to say about some people say they will pay back, but they don't. I mean, I know what you're saying, but and you don't know me from a can of paint. But her appointment's in a couple hours, and that's the urgency, is that if we are rescheduling this, there's no church that's going to help in a couple hours. I just started my new job, so I've been working. I haven't had a chance to really focus on anything else, and now it's the night before, well, a couple hours before now, and I failed. I just failed her. I thought, I don't know, the MRI is going to allow her to see a specialist that is considering things like ketamine infusions, and I don't know what other options they're considering, but they said there's other options they are considering, but I know one of them is a ketamine infusion. I mean, I'm still wearing my scrubs. I don't really know how else you want me to prove I have a job. I understand what you're saying, Linda, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen within the next couple hours. Her last MRI was too many years ago. That's why they need an updated one to see, because she had a spinal cord stimulator put in and then taken back out. And they need to see if there is now bulged discs, or if it's because the RSD has attacked the surgical site where the spinal cord stimulator was rejected. I cannot get an emergency pay advance because I just started at my employer and my first pay is in 2 days. And that is why I said I cannot pay back whatever is given to me until next Friday because this pay is not going to be a lot. I don't really know my neighbors. Just moved here. I just started working at a dental office. I'm a dental receptionist. No, I will not say the office name again because I made that mistake before and somebody emailed their corporate office. Not okay. I am not doing anything wrong but asking for help because I care about my mom and her suffering has literally taken a toll. My kids, I don't know if the MRI is with contrast or not. I don't know that. I know that her imaging tests is a $50 copay. That is what I know. I don't know anything else. I know nothing else. I know that they asked if she was claustrophobic and because they said that she might benefit better from the open MRI because of they didn't know about if there was any hardware still left from the spinal cord stimulator. I don't know, and it really confused her. And that's the other issue with her is that because of the meds she's been on for so long, it's starting to affect her mind, and it's not good. And that's why I really don't want to push back. I'm hoping if we can get her some relief that she can have some quality of life again because she doesn't even want to live anymore. I mean, but who can blame somebody who is in pain every waking moment? What do you have to look forward to? I mean, what do you have to look forward to? She loves her grandkids. I mean, that's why. I don't cry on here. I'm just really hoping there is somebody that can help. Right. They went back in and got the last, what's it called? A lead that was wrapped around her spine. The MRI is supposed to be in a couple hours. Like I said, at this point, her and I have lost hope and are pretty sure it's going to have to be rescheduled, which pushes back the specialist, and that's okay. At this point, I mean, God, I just figured I would give it one more chance. One more shot on here. No, it's nobody's responsibility. It is something I will pay back next Friday if somebody can find it in their heart. It is a $50 copay. My Cash App is right there. I do not have access to direct messaging on this app anymore. They took it from me. So, if you have questions, I can't even get direct messages. If there's the appointment's in just a couple hours, I am hoping there's somebody that sees this. But I mean, I'm losing hope at this point, and it's not medication she needs. She needs $50 for her copay to get her MRI. That's what she needs, so that she can see a specialist, so that the appointment is not rescheduled. If we do not get this MRI tomorrow, the specialist appointment next week gets canceled and has to get rescheduled into December. And then my boss is not going to give me an advance. I am in Pennsylvania. I did not do anything to get in trouble. I actually appealed it. Somebody sexually advanced me and I shut them down, and then I got in trouble. Check out what pupils. Are you kidding me? My eyes are almost black. Please do. Please do check out my pupils. You got the wrong one there. If you're insinuating something, let me tell you. You're not going to come on my live when I am on here, genuinely trying to get help for my mom so that she can have a quality of life. She needs $50 for her copay. It is a $50 copay for imaging services. If we push it back, her specialist appointment gets pushed back. I'm in Pennsylvania, sorry. Sorry, I was reading something. I'm just blown away. She's gonna be getting up soon, and honestly, like I said, I'm not going there with the county. I'm not. My kids aren't going to be affected more. They're just not. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not. I'm absolutely not. Can't do it. I mean, like I said, her and I are both pretty convinced it's just not going to happen tomorrow. Which means she can't see a specialist until December. But I figured I'd give it one more try, praying that the right person would see it. I'm just going to go to sleep, y'all. Hope everybody has a really good night. It's 4:14 a.m. and her appointment is in just a couple hours, so they will not bill her. Co-payments are due at the time of services rendered. When I called and asked, what happens if we don't have the copay? They said, would you like to reschedule? Those are the options, period. No gray area. No, I did not see your question. I'm looking for it. What is your question? I'm sorry. No, I didn't see it. I'm so tired. So tired. Again, I can't do direct messaging right now, so if anybody has any questions, they can't even ask me. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm asking for somebody to let me borrow it until next Friday. It is $50 for the copay for my mom to get the MRI. She has complex regional pain syndrome. She is in pain every waking moment of her day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me and for backing me on that, because you know what? You're about the only person. I'm her child. We don't have any other family. She doesn't have brothers or sisters. Her father, my grandfather, just died maybe 4 months ago. This is it. I mean, this is it. And I am doing the best I can. I just started working, but I'm not asking for it to be given to me. I'm asking for somebody to loan it to me until next Friday. Just to loan it to me. I have my Cash App posted, but I'm really losing hope, and I'm so tired, and I need to get sleep. And just please. Thank you, by the way, Brandon. Please. Please. Is there somebody who can help me? If we have to push this back, I want my mom to have a quality of life by December, not just be seeing the specialist in December. Please. I mean, like I said, she's given up hope that we're even able to go, so. This MRI is so vital for her to see this specialist, and the copay has to be paid. Please. I have my Cash App posted. No, it is December, is the very next appointment available. She is 64 years old. That is not just what I'm thinking. It is absolutely the next appointment that is available. Thank you. Just scrolling, I do appreciate somebody else. Sorry. I'm so tired. And I'm feeling so powerless, hopeless, helpless. It's like the woman who has done everything for me, provided a great childhood for me, made sure my kids have had the best mom in the world, and now she suffers from the worst pain condition you could ever imagine and needs an MRI and can't afford the copay. And I just started working and I don't have it. So I can't be there and save the one woman who has saved me my whole life. I'm begging somebody, put yourself in my shoes just for a moment. I will pay you next Friday. I promise you. I'm just begging you. I have my Cash App posted. Please let me borrow the copay. That is all I'm asking. Please. I absolutely promise. It is a $50 copay for imaging services. It is next Friday that I am able to pay it back. I don't want to lie to you and say that I can pay it back in 2 days because my check this week is not for a lot of hours. So I don't want to make false promises. That is why I said next week, because I'm not trying to paint a pretty picture and, oh, I'll pay you back in 2 days. No, I'm being realistic and honest and saying I cannot pay this debt until next Friday. So it is a $50 copay for imaging services. And God, she could have a quality of life by December. Not just seeing the specialist in December, but have a quality of life by then. Because if we get the MRI done and we see the specialist, we'll be able to go over the treatment options. I appreciate that offer, but then you would get her name, her date of birth, and our location. And I am so sorry, but I made the mistake of saying where I was hired, which is a corporation dental place. It's a big corporate owned place. And somebody went to the point of emailing their corporate office to try and figure out what location I worked at. I will never give anything personal, even the city I live in, over. I'm sorry. My kids do not deserve to be affected because I don't want to give my mom's name and date of birth and where I'm from. I'm sorry. That's pretty, I'm not asking for. And good morning. I'm actually really tired and trying to go to sleep because my mom's appointment is in a couple hours. But again, she is convinced we're not going. And at this point, I pretty much am too. But again, I'm sorry. I just almost bit my tongue. I'm getting really tired. And I'm reading the screen, which is making my eyes even more tired. Like I said, I figured I'd give it one more go and just see if I could save the one person that's always saved me. Or what happened. I did just check, and I never... Why always 50 makes you wonder. Okay. You know what? You're absolutely right to think the way that you're thinking. It is what it is. You're going to have your beliefs no matter what I say out of my mouth, because you don't know me at all. At this point, like I said, I figured I'd give it a go one more time. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. She's already has it in her mind that she is not going to be seen until December. That this is going to be her life. There was a cream that was helping for some time, diflanac sodium cream. That's not even... I mean, that was only providing a little bit of relief, like when her neck would flare or whatever. But now that the sciatica is flared, she is... I mean, the pain that she's in can't even be put into words. I mean, when she gets up, if I don't let her see the phone, but if you guys would just hear the noise that she makes just walking down the hall, trying to get herself together or to get to the bathroom in time, because she can't walk fast enough because of the pain she's in. So she will lose her bladder. Or Allie, she has complex regional pain syndrome. She literally is in pain every waking moment of every day. She has to see a specialist. The next step is an updated MRI, and she has a $50 copay. And I am not asking for a handout. It is something I gladly will pay back next Friday. I cannot pay it back until next Friday. I will not say I'm going to pay it back before then. That is when it can be paid back. I am desperate to help her. I have posted my Cash App, and that's all I can do. I'm exhausted. I wanted to try one more time. However, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And it is what it is. I tried. She's already got it in her mind. She's not going to go. There is a copay. They will not do an MRI without it being a life-threatening emergency. There is a copay. Not all Medicare plans are the same. I'm not going over the insurance. Again, I'm not. There's a $50 copay for imaging services. They will not bill. Thank you, Focus. They will not bill. Payment is due at time of services rendered. I can't receive direct messages for anybody who has questions. Again, she has complex regional pain syndrome, which is torture. Yes. Okay. You are not every center. It is an imaging center. They will not perform the services. I asked my other option. I called multiple times, talked to different people that answered. The other option is reschedule. The MRI is today. The appointment with the specialist is on Monday. Hi, crazy cat lady. But if we reschedule the MRI, we have to reschedule the specialist. Okay, Simon Med might have their own billing ways. And I'm saying they're not the same ways as everywhere. It is what it is. There is a copay for imaging services. I'm not going down this road again. No, I'm not sick. My mom has complex regional pain syndrome. She's in pain every waking moment of every day. She needs an MRI. Her appointment is in a few hours. If we have to push her appointment back for the MRI, we have to push her specialist appointment back. There's a copay. I'm asking for help. I'm not asking for a handout. I would pay it back next Friday. That is the soonest I can do it. She is in pain every waking moment of every day. I literally just got my job. We saw pain management. Hold on a second. So we saw pain management on Friday. And they said that they would call her with the appointment after they did the prior auth. So, yeah. Or no, we saw pain management Thursday, excuse me. They said they would call her after they did the prior auth, and that's when they went over the copay, and the location and stuff like that. So, but rheumatoid doctor? No, she's already seen a rheumatoid doctor to see if it was arthritis. That's very easy for you to say. She is in pain every waking moment of every day. Do you know how far away December is? She could have a quality of life, but I appreciate everybody who has been in here tonight. They will not bill. She is not diabetic. She has complex regional pain syndrome. Oh, no, on Reddit. Good to know. I always need $50. That's funny, because somebody should see my Cash App, and I've never received $50. Never. The imaging centers that are local, because she has complex regional pain syndrome, she cannot stand to ride in a vehicle. And the places that are local are owned by the same hospital. I just almost said the name of it and screwed myself some more, so that more people could say things. I'll never understand it. I will never understand why people... Can you meet my mom? My mom, who's in bed right now. You know what? I am not turning this, me talking about my mom and asking for help for my mom, into something it's not going to be. I'm not doing that again. I already got chewed up and spit out. I decided to give it one more last go. And no, I'm not being aggressive. I'm not being nasty. I'm not being anything. Her appointment is not in December. I said we don't want to have to reschedule it to December. She could have a quality of life by then. No, she's been on the same regimen for 10 years. 10 years. Now she has this sciatica that is brand new, causing flashing pains and everything. We have to do an MRI before they can consider anything else. I am helpless and powerless. I am trying to help my mom. That's all I want to do. And if you're going to condemn me and judge me for that, so be it. No update about the money from last week. Whoever gave me money for gas knows I got gas, okay? So, what's your issue? Was it you? I don't think so. So, my car got gas, so what's your problem? Have a nice day. I'm going to go to sleep because I'm just getting nasty, and I don't mean to be, and it is completely out of my character. My Cash App is pinned. I have checked. Nobody has helped, and that's fine. You're asking to meet my mom. My mom doesn't want... she's got it in her mind she's not going. Because she is that selfless that she has pushed this back and pushed this back and pushed this back because of the copay. Her pain to her is just going to be her life. She doesn't ever see herself having a quality of life. Do you know how bad that hurts? Oh my God. Listen, her MRI is supposed... Hi guys, I just thought I'd do an update. If we do not do the MRI in a couple hours, the MRI will not be done in time before the specialist appointment next week, which means the specialist appointment will get pushed back to December, which means she will suffer longer. That is what I've been saying the whole time. That is the whole urgency for this. That is, I would not even be on here at 4:38 in the morning if there wasn't an urgency. I just really need to go to bed. Yes, the physical order does not come to us. When we were at pain management, they said they had to do the prior authorization. They would call us with the appointment details. That's when they went over the difference between the closed MRI and the open MRI for her because of the pain condition and because of the spinal cord stimulator stuff that she did have, the hardware. They had to make sure all her leads and stuff were off. Excuse me. She is supposed to be there at 9:15. I believe the appointment's at 9:45 or 9:30, but I know we have to be there. Arrive at 9:15 is the arrival. So, yes, I do need sleep. Pain management literally will not do... that's why they're referring her to a specialist. She is on a regimen of the same medications for a lot of years. They want to see if there's bulging discs. They want to see if it's just the RSD attacking the surgical site. There's so much they need to know. I literally need $50 to pay for my mom's copay so that we can get her MRI done. I have my Cash App pinned. I am begging. That is what is needed. I just want to get my mom's copay paid. I don't want her specialist appointment pushed back, and that is what's going to happen. If her specialist appointment gets pushed back to December, her pain... I mean, I'm hoping... I mean, her appointment's in a couple hours. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on this early. I'm a daughter who loves her mom, but I mean, she's got it in her mind that we're not going. So, I hope to. I hope. But I mean, she's a very stubborn person. She is who she is. She will try to do everything for herself. She is who she is. I'm gonna have to go to sleep, guys. I just am. I gave it every chance and every shot that I could. There's not much more I can do. Like I said, she's already got it in her head that she's not going, and that she's going to be in pain until December. And that's going to be the reality. So there's nothing I can do. Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to get some sleep. Yes, I am. Because when she gets up, yes, she has insurance. No, I'm not okay. But I have now come to terms. There's not going to be help for her. I have to go. I gotta go. We have to arrive at 9:15. You know what? I am going to go because I'm not going to give people what they want. I just wanted to give it one more shot. One more shot. That's all I wanted to do. I'm going to try one more time for her. But it's not going to happen. I just gotta go. It's 4:43 in the morning, and I just thought the right person might see it, and I just needed to borrow it until next Friday. Just borrow it until next Friday. Hello, Cammy. I just needed to borrow it until next Friday. Cammy, you keep saying hello. My mom has complex regional pain syndrome. She needs an MRI. Her MRI is supposed to be at 9:15, so that is in 4 hours and 36 minutes, or 4 hours and 31 minutes, excuse me. And she's already got in her head that there's no hope, and she's not going. She has a $50 copay. If we reschedule this, we reschedule her specialist appointment. And if we reschedule her specialist, her suffering is prolonged. If you know anything about complex regional pain syndrome, it is hell. Please, please, please. I just thought the right person would see this, and but that's not my reality. So, I mean, Cammy, I don't understand. All I'm seeing is the comment that says hello and not seeing my comments. Hold on. What do you mean you got me? I don't understand. I'm scared to sign off. Because you can't direct message me because my direct messages are blocked. Because somebody decided to sexually advance me, and then I'm the one who got in trouble. Cammy, I'm checking my Cash App, but I didn't see anything. Thank you so much. I just checked, guys. There's nothing there yet, so I don't know. Sorry. I don't understand why I'm not getting her messages. Oh, Cammy, I was telling her, Cammy, I can't send you a message because I can't do direct messaging. Can you... I don't know how to send you a message. And I can't... I mean, I want to... Is she messing with me? Okay, well, Cammy, can you text me? Thank you for praying for me. Somebody decided to sexually advance me, and because I declined, I'm the one who got in trouble for some reason. Doesn't make sense. I mean, Cammy, I could give you my phone number to text. Because I was just crying. You don't see the tears on my face? Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. I don't have tissues within reach. Here, hold on a second. Let me blow my nose. Jesus. God. Alright, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm just gonna go. I can't direct message. There's not much I can do. You too, dear. Her appointment is in 3 hours and 23 minutes. 4 hours and 23 minutes. At this point, it's just enough is enough. I literally have done absolutely everything I can do with asking for help and offering to pay it back, and people have slaughtered me beyond belief. My mom has complex regional pain syndrome. She is in pain every day, and every waking minute she needs this MRI. We have to pay this $50 copay. If somebody sees my Cash App and can let me borrow it until next Friday, I would pay it back. I do get paid this Friday. However, I know I cannot afford to pay it back this Friday. That's why I'm being honest and not painting a picture of lies. I cannot afford to pay the $50 back until next Friday. So I'm going to go to sleep though, because it's just going nowhere. So, because that's what people do, you know. I'm on here so desperate because all I want is for my mom to have quality of life. I don't want her to have to reschedule her specialist appointment and wait until December to possibly have answers, when we can possibly have answers next week if we can get this MRI done. Okay, guys, I really hope you guys have a good night, and I hope life continues to bless you all. I'm going to pray that somebody saw this live and that somebody has a heart. I'm not feeling too confident. She has complex regional pain syndrome. If you're not familiar, she's in pain every waking moment of every day. She has to have an MRI to see a specialist. The MRI is in 4 hours and 20 minutes. There's a $50 copay. If we have to reschedule it, we have to reschedule the specialist, which prolongs answers, which prolongs her having a chance at having a quality of life. Thank you, Jessica. I don't think I can stay on. Gives a crap, really. I mean, that's how it feels anyway. I mean, mean, even if people can't help, they don't need to be so nasty. They don't need to say the things. It's okay. It's not about helping myself. It's not about for me. This is not. Thank you, Jessica. And I appreciate you being kind, because kindness is free. This isn't for me. I don't. Thank you. I appreciate that. This isn't about me. This is me desperately wanting my mom to stop suffering every single day. I'm so sorry to hear that. I will pray for you as well, Jessica. Me? No, I work. Unless you have somebody that you care about that has this condition and you're powerless, you wouldn't understand. Like, I am so desperate to help her. I don't know what else to do. I'm hoping somebody sees my Cash App. It is a $50 copay. She can go to this MRI, and then we don't have to reschedule her specialist appointment. And then hopefully I would have to give her name, her date of birth, and more of my personal information like hometown and stuff. I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's not happening. And yes, I understand. Trust me, I understand. Thank you. Oh, because I don't want to give her name and date of birth and my location. You're very right. Whatever you think is right, because you know what? I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to do this and go round and round. I'm just not. I don't have enough time. 4 hours and 15 minutes from now, I do not have enough time. My mom has complex regional pain syndrome. We have an appointment for an MRI, which she has in her mind. We are rescheduling. I have been trying to get this handled. I've been trying. She's had it in her mind that we are going to reschedule this because she has pushed it off because she is selfless. And she knows that it's not. How long's the appointment been scheduled? Since last week. And I just started my new job, so I've been working there. I'm not going to say again. I cannot give plasma. There's not enough time. It's literally been a couple days since the appointment was scheduled. I literally have been trying to get this handled because, I thought maybe there would be a glimmer of hope that it would be handled, but it's not. And she knows it's not going to be as well. So when I asked what happens if we don't have the $50 copay, they said, well, you can reschedule. So if we reschedule that, we have to reschedule the specialist. If we reschedule the specialist, they're not scheduling again until December. And that's it. I was hoping by December she would have a quality of life. But she has no hope, just like I don't. When you try to add DoorDash in my area, there is a waiting list to start DoorDashing. It's not just overnight. That is not true, and she is not a senior. There is imaging copays on Medicare. I can't revisit this again. I'm getting so tired. All I want is to help my mom, and it's clearly not going to happen. So it's just not going to happen. I have my Cash App posted. It's just not going to happen. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. No, she is not 65. No, she is not. Guys, I've been going round and round. Which is exactly why she hasn't gotten this done. Which is exactly why her struggling, or her pain has been... I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I'm literally falling asleep. I just wanted to give it one last go. Listen, I'm going to sleep. I really appreciate anybody. That's my Cash App. I just gotta go because I feel like I'm just going round and round, and people are just basically telling me I'm full of shit anyway, and that's not the truth. So, I'm always online. You know what? My mom has a copay. Period. End of story. A imaging copay is $50. It is. It's what it is. There's no getting around it. It's what needs to be paid. I don't know all about her insurance. I don't know everything about it. I don't know. All I know is that we were at pain management. It is what her copay is. That it is what it is. Yes, of course. She's on some sort of disability. She still has a copay. Period. I don't know which it is. She is not 65, though. No, she is not. 1960 is not. She was born in 1960, so no. No, prior auths don't require zero copay. She still has a copay. I'm not visiting this with you again. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. She does not qualify for Medicaid. She does not qualify for Medicaid. I'm not doing this. I'm not. Thank you for agreeing that there are copays, Soft Rain. Thank you. She has been to pain management. They said she needs to have an MRI done, which is the step to see another specialist, because pain management cannot. I mean, for her to be qualified for ketamine infusions and stuff like this, she has to have an updated MRI. We have to have an MRI. I said it is a $50 co-pay. I get my first pay from this job in 2 days. No. She is not eligible for Medicaid. I'm not doing this. And you know what? Screw you, bad fish. Go make somebody else's life miserable, Charles. You know what? Because this is what makes their day, hurting people. But you know what? When something happens to one of their parents and they are helpless and just and they just ask God why. I hope that they remember this live and how they treated me, because karma has a way of finding itself back around. It sure does. No. No. You did not listen to me. I showed you the paper where it said it is a $250 whatever for imaging, but it is a $50 deductible that has to be paid for the imaging center. So you did not listen to me. Do not switch my words up. Please do not stop. Please, stop. Stop. Okay. Tinkerbell, you can go to hell too. Enjoy your way there. You know what? Telling me this tone of voice is crazy. Do you read what people have said to me? Do you realize how desperate I am to help my mom and how I'm running out of time? Don't go there with me. Please do not. Please don't. Please don't. And I'm not asking for a handout. I will pay back absolutely every dollar next Friday. Absolutely every dollar. You have no idea. Wow, you people, wow, she's really racking it in, considering, she has postponed this, knowing that she's being, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm going to sleep. This is not. You know what? I came on here because my mom has a pain condition that makes her life unlivable. I am trying to make it so that her misery and suffering doesn't have to be extended. Thank you for the rose. Okay, so right away, you assume I don't have a job. Why would hospice be involved? Oh my God. You know what? I just have to go. I have to go. You people have no idea. No clue. None. what suffering on complex regional pain syndrome is. People have no clue whatsoever. But I'm sitting here and I'm arguing. For what? I am trying to get her relief. I have asked to borrow it. There's nobody that wants to help me. Nobody that wants to help me whatsoever. Nobody that wants to just let me borrow it until next Friday so that her copay can be paid, so that the specialist appointment does not need to be pushed back. That is all I am asking. There is nobody willing to send it to the Cash App. She's already got it in her head that she's not going, and that she has no, I don't have brothers or sisters. I don't have anybody. It is a $50 copay. That is what it is. And I am literally up to my ears because I'm tired. I haven't slept. I need to get a couple hours of sleep, and I can't. Why is it not adding up? What don't you get? You know what? I've gone round and round. Excuse me if you can't see as I walk through my house. I've walked downstairs. My Cash App account is posted up there. It is the mom of 3, Jenna, and I would pay it back on Friday of next week in full amount. In the full amount. I would do anything to take her pain away. You guys have no idea. I'm sorry. I just came downstairs because I'm thirsty and I have... Yes. Oh, I wanted $2.50 listening. You are so wrong. So wrong. She's supposed to be seeing a specialist. You know what? Yeah. I don't see anybody helping. I'm exhausted. I need to get sleep, is what I need to do. I'm from Pennsylvania. Sorry, I saw that. No, she's home. How is advice going to help me stop my mom's suffering? She needs this MRI. I need the $50, not $250. I need $50 for her copay. Thank you so much. And God bless you. And I'm so sorry to hear that. I need $50 for the copay for that, which I would pay back next Friday. I don't want to push back her MRI because then we have to push back her specialist. Her suffering does not deserve, she doesn't deserve this. Nobody would. She had, I don't know If it's disability, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I don't know what her income is. I know she has a copay. It is a $50 imaging copay. That's what she has. I have to go to sleep. I mean, she's got it in her head that nobody's going to help. And I think I finally get it now, too. I'm pretty sure. There's, I mean, she told me last night, she said, good night. And I asked her what time we were leaving in the morning. She said, Jenna, we're not going. She said, I know we're not going. And I don't know if it's Social Security or disability. It gets direct deposited to her bank account. She handles her own bills. I don't pay her bills. Her appointment is in 3 hours and 58 minutes. Not in less than 4 hours, there isn't. She has complex regional pain syndrome. Yeah, I've never made anybody feel like it's anybody else's responsibility. I do not feel entitled. I do not feel like anybody else has to help me. I'm not asking for a handout. I didn't wait until 3 hours before. I've been trying to figure it out. Thank you. God bless you too, Danny. How am I coming home through? Because I'm tired and I'm going to sleep. I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. I have gone round and round and answered the same question over and over and over and over again. Thank you for understanding, Amy. You can get off my page too. Good night. Thank you so much, Carrie. I did talk to a social worker. Okay, so if you have questions, I will answer it. I have to turn this away for a second because, well, actually I'll be outside, so you won't be able to see anyway, so you can't report me for, no, maybe not, because I might not be able to find matches, and that might not work. Sorry, go ahead. No, didn't say goodnight. Not yet. I'm going to be going to sleep because, like I said, she gave up before she went to bed. I'm giving up now. It is time for me to go. Absolutely. At this point, it's absolutely time for me to go. And I'm not going to stay here. I should have just gone to bed. And she said, listen, it's not going to happen. Excuse me, she knows it's not going to happen. It is what it is. I just really thought that the right person would see this, and understand what it is to feel powerless and want to help your mom. I would give anything to give her answers. Anything. She is going to the ends of the earth to make sure me and my kids are, that my kids have a great, wonderful mom, and you know, the things she was able to do. If you really need to know how much is spent on rolled tobacco a month, that isn't by me, just to let you know, FYI. So judge me for that. I do have a job. So know the facts before you know what? I'm not going to be condemned for wanting to help my mom. I'm not going to be condemned. I'm not. But apparently I am. I don't spend money on cigarettes. Thank you. So go ahead and judge that. Listen, I'm going to go to bed. My mom is in unbearable pain every day. You know, my prayer for everybody in this room, no matter how nasty people have been to me, I will not give my mother's name, her date of birth, or our location. It is not happening. I made the mistake of saying the corporation I worked for, and somebody emailed their corporate. I am not stupid. Not anymore. Complex regional pain syndrome, there's no cure. There's no cause. It's torture is what it is. No, nobody is getting her name or date of birth or the city. It's not happening. So at this point, they need to do an MRI to see if it's the RSD or if there's bulging discs, and then she needs to see a specialist, all of which is going to get pushed back because we can't go to this MRI in less than 4 hours. I came on, I gave it every bit of effort I could. I should have just listened to her and just slept last night. But I figured, you know what, but I'm a daughter and I wanted to help my mom, and I tried. And I know I gave it every bit that I could, but it's not. It's just not. Well, I mean, I just started working. I was married. I cannot private message. My private messages are banned, and I am not giving her information. Not to anybody. I don't trust anybody. I'm going. I'm going. I hope everybody has a great day. And I hope nobody ever has to be in the situation I am. Come on, Sparky. You gotta go potty. Come on. Come on, buddy. Because somebody decided to sexually advance me.
I'm okay. Thank you. It's okay. Come on. You just